couple of years ago, not only my life changed, but even I became another. It all began in the summer of 2018. Until then, my life had been music. When I wasn't playing music, I was thinking about music, reading about music, discussing music, and teaching music. I was constantly touring around the world as a musician, and I was happy when my calendar was full. "2018 was a record hot and dry year in Sweden, with huge forest fires as a result. I became acutely aware of the urgency of the climate crisis. But the insight that my life was not sustainable, and that I was a part of the problem that caused the entire planet's ecosystem to become unbalanced, began to trouble my conscience. I made a radical decision. I would rearrange my life to reduce my climate emissions to a minimum. What I didn't know then was that this would change my entire view of the world, of myself, and above all, of the meaning of life. I decided not to book any more air travels after the tours already booked, which was until February 2020. I planned to become more rooted locally, move further out in the country, start growing my food, and perform more in the immediate area instead of in distant continents. What I didn't know was that a global pandemic would hit humanity just a week after I stepped off the plane after the last flight of my life. A pandemic that would, for a couple of years, force not only me but all musicians to stop flying and stay at home. The pandemic acted for me as a life-changing crisis. It was like I lost my sense of direction in life. Previously, my whole life had consisted of practicing the guitar, practicing for the next concert, and suddenly I had no concerts booked. Suddenly, I had no goal for my practice. But when I came out on the other side, I had gained new insights and a new view of the world and of myself. I had learned to appreciate the peace of taking the day as it comes, of not having anything written in the calendar. I discovered how my heart rate went down and I slept better as I was free from the stress, performance demands and competition that are a big part of a touring musician's everyday life. As I carried out my project to reduce my carbon emissions, I gave away my car, I started producing my own food, I stopped consuming, I installed solar panels, etc. I discovered that what at first appeared to be a sacrifice was in fact the opposite. Every step I took gave a whole lot of positive side effects, and my physical, mental and material well-being increased. I found that through this life change, I radically reduced not only my carbon emissions, but also my expenses, which made it possible for me to cut my paid work to a minimum. This gave me more time for my crops, my animals, and to go out in the woods and fields looking for mushrooms, berries, and other useful things. What was even more important was that I was given time for reflection. All ancient religions and teachings of wisdom have perpetually repeated the same thing. The pursuit of money, gold, and material wealth does not bring happiness and leads only to destruction. What matters is love and empathy. Humans have evolved and survived thanks to our capacity for cooperation and empathy. In the small groups of hunter-gatherers that man has lived within for 99% of our existence, selfishness has been a death sentence. All were interdependent. The prosperity and survival of the next was crucial to one's own prosperity and survival. As I see it, all our modern problems are linked to each other, and they have their root in the alienation we feel from living in an unnatural civilization. We numb our discomfort with distractions, consumption, and addiction. We are fed the false and extremely destructive individualistic lie about survival of the fittest, and we have lost the feeling for what is actually true. What I do to my surroundings, I also do to myself. I cannot enrich myself by draining other life, be it my fellow humans, or the plants, or the animals that inhabit the planet together with me. The planet's ecosystem is so ingeniously structured that every tiny microorganism is crucial to the whole. If my companions feel good, I feel good too. We have everything to gain by protecting and helping each other. The life I live since I exited the Matrix is a paradise, and I am truly blessed to share it with my great loves, my wife Maria and our wonderful children.